Well done.
Brilliant.
I've tasted jellied eels. I have. I did a film in the East End and I went to one of those pie and eel shops. Pie was very nice. Eels,
not so.
an acquired taste,
so.
I think, yeah.
Williks. We like williks in Northern Ireland.
Williks?
Williks.
Whelks?
Aye, you probably call them
Williks?
Williks. Williks.
I know people who call them williks. That was a perfectly nice
as if I'm
thing
some
for
sort
him
of
to
freak.
say.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you never had a willik? And you get a pin and you take them out of the shell.
I just never called it a willik.
You willik them out. That's what you do.
OK.
Anyway, listen, what we're going to talk about now, absolutely amazing. You see, this lady beside me now, it's amazing. She had a marriage, she was married, she says it was a loveless marriage. She's 42 years of age. Her name is Scarlett O'Reilly, except her name's not Scarlett O'Reilly, and that's not her hair, right? We're sort of protecting her because she's gone internet dating. But Scarlett doesn't date just anyone. The thing is, she hones in on married men. And you, what?
Shock.
No, shock. No, you don't think that's shocking. You don't think that's shocking.
No, I know you've asked for my number, Eamon.
Yes, well, I mean, I was only doing it for a theatrical performance, research.
But you're not tall enough for me, sorry.
But you don't think
Not tall
that's...
enough
No,
for you?
I need tall.
Are you quite choosy with your married
very.
men?
I have a list.
Well, how tall are you?
In these, 6'2".
6'2", yeah.
So you have a list. This is internet date. Let's make this clear. So you're going through a divorce and things. So you thought, I want to find a man, but I don't want anyone that's going to need too much attention. And you decided a married man is the way forward.
I didn't want to enter into a relationship which comes with all the, you know, ties of involving my children, and when we're going through the healing process of coming to terms with the divorce myself. So I did try and go down the normal route of dating, but, you know, people want... The men on the normal dating sites want more. They want to become involved.
Well, could I ask you then, besides lying and cheating, what qualities does a married man bring to the relationship?
Emotion and support, humour, wit, intelligence, success, happy and confident in his own skin. Obviously, there's
that
something
can't be every married
missing.
man.
That just sounds like a description of me. That did.
But that can't be every married man that has those qualities.
Absolutely, and I do choose carefully, but there is a very strict list that I write and only talk to the ones whose boxes they tick. It's like shopping for a dress or something on the internet.
But by and large, the single blokes, they differ from what point of view?
Single blokes are needy. They're they're the ones that I've met on the internet as well. They're emotionally bereft. They're looking for a lot more. They want commitment. They need time, and I don't have time to give as a busy mum that's trying to, you know...
Okay.
Can I ask you, before I bring Denise in,
Before
before
Denise
she explodes...
dies of a heart attack.
Before she explodes,
Yeah.
but, you know, obviously these men have wives. Do you feel any kind of guilt about the fact that they are cheating on their wives?
I was that wife, so I've been there.
So this is revenge?
Not at all, no.
Somebody
I think
messed it up for you, so you're going to mess it up for somebody else?
I think when you get to your 40s and in your 30s you devote your life to your family and your husband, and I did that, and I lost my identity, and I started to realise that I needed to find myself again, and this was a confidence exercise for me. And I wasn't wanting to break anyone's marriage. I just wanted to...
Denise has just had a stroke here. We got a doctor in the house.
But if it did break someone's marriage,
Ruth,
would you feel any remorse about that, or would you feel guilty?
But the internet site that I use, it's a level playing field. The rules are offside, of course, but you know the whole thing is to be kept completely discreet. Hence,
that's
I mean,
what
my
it
life,
is.
Denise, it takes two to tango, doesn't it? So you could sit here and say, Scarlett, what she's doing is wrong, and it's wrong. But the men are cheating on their wives. She's not cheating on anybody.
Well, the man's not sitting next to me. I'd probably biff him. But Scarlett is. And it's very hard not to laugh at this. We're all laughing. We're all treating it as a joke. It's not funny. You are so self-delusional. You just said there you didn't want to enter into a relationship because you didn't want your children to... But you also told our researcher that the present married man has a key to your house. So he is seeing your children. And you're kidding yourself.
My children aren't there when he comes.
Well,
I make sure my children aren't there. They're with their father.
Well, would you walk into a shop and lift something off the shelf and walk out without paying? because that's what you're doing. You are stealing another person's husband. You are, one of the things you said was that the man you were with always pays. That means he's using family money, which should be spent on his wife and children. You say that a married man is this and that and the other. He's absolutely wonderful. Not surprising, because you've also told us that you dress up in a corset and suspenders. You know, if a wife, in between doing the cooking, shopping and ironing, had time to put a corset and suspenders on, married men might behave a lot better than they do. The fact is that I can't make, because I've spoken to you earlier and I think you're nice, but I can't make up my mind whether you are utterly ruthless and really quite wicked in what you are doing by saying, I will take what I want and to hell with the consequences, or whether you haven't quite got over being 17 and you're deluding yourself. I can't decide.
Are you ruthless? Are you ruthless or deluded?
I'm ruthless in that I will protect my children to the end, so I'm doing this to find some confidence for me and make myself.
But there's lots of things that can give you confidence. You could go and do an open university course.
I'm doing an open university course at the same time.
But you're not getting confidence from that? What does a married man, what does having a fling, effectively, isn't it? Because you said you don't want a relationship. Why does that give you confidence?
I think I'm helping his marriage because I'm giving something to him. I send Daddy home happy and fulfilled, and I'm happy and fulfilled, and my children don't see any of this.
Could I Denise raised the P word there, paying. Talk about paying for things, and you dressing up in all sorts of exotic lingerie and all that sort of thing. What would you say to people who would say, she calls herself a mistress, but it's really prostitution? Is it prostitution? I mean, if you're being paid for it?
No, I'm not being paid.
Your things are being provided for you? You don't see it like that?
No, I'm not being paid and things are not provided
This is an equal...
Yeah, it's an understanding that we meet once a week when, you know, my children are not there, and we have a great time. And hell, I'd have loved to have dressed up in my marriage, but it was a traumatic marriage and I was undervalued, so I felt I needed to find some confidence for me. And you know, this is all about a lifestyle choice. We did this in the 60s with the pill and the liberation, and then keys on the table was just the internet in those days, and now it's morally unacceptable that's becoming socially acceptable because of the internet. It brings these people in.
There's a big difference. You are entitled to live your life anywhere you like, and at the beginning of your relationships you do go out with men who buy you nice meals and so forth. So that is family money they're using. But apart from that, you are entitled to do anything you like. I just think not with somebody else's husband.
We've got to leave it there. We've got to leave it there with that thought. It certainly has been very stimulating in more ways than one, talking about it.
I do write. I have a Life Less Ordinary. I do blog about it.
You do blog about it, do you? Well, there you are.
Well, what do you think? Let us know. Do you think Scarlett's doing anything wrong? Maybe you're a wife that suspects your husband might be meeting somebody like her.
Darling.
Maybe it's the way ahead. Not in my house, it won't be. So dream on.
I'm not laughing, Denise. I'm not laughing.
Don't you dare.
Okay. Well, that'll get you talking today. Still to come this morning.